Alright, good morning everyone. So today is Thursday and marks another trading day of the week. So today is actually the first of a new month, which is 1st of May 2025, and I wish you all happy new month, coming all the way from Risky Ventures Trading Academy. More wins, more success. Okay, so today's pre-market analysis is a couple of tests, so I'm going to do two recording to make the videos much shorter. So the first pair on the list is US oil. And if you watch my past video, we've been on US oil, we've just been waiting for the right opportunity to sell, but we'll be getting it very soon. So let's let's go through the market analysis on US oil and see what price is doing. So on US oil, I have my monthly upper zone here, monthly midway zone, and a monthly lower zone. A monthly upper zone, midway zone, and monthly lower zone. And on the monthly time frame, we see that price is in a bearish trend, is in a downtrend. So since price is in a downtrend, we'll be looking for selling opportunities all the way to the monthly low here, all the way to the monthly low. Since price is in a downtrend, we'll be looking for selling opportunities all the way to the monthly lower zone here. Okay, so let's go to the weekly. Okay, so here we are on the weekly. I have my weekly upper zone here, my weekly midway zone here. So on the weekly time frame, you also see a downtrend just like we saw on the monthly time frame. You see a very nice one actually. A lower low, lower high, equal low, equal high, a new low, then you've seen a high. So we want to see the same structure again. But since price is already going in the direction already, I'm just going to be looking for entry from here all the way to the downside on US oil. So let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, so here we are on the daily time frame, and I have my daily midway zone here. So on the daily time frame, you see the exact same structure we saw on the monthly and then on the weekly, lower low, lower high. You see the exact same structure. So let's go to the 4 hour and prepare for the entry on US oil. So on US oil, I have my 4 hour upper zone here, my 4 hour midway zone. So since price is moving in a downtrend and I can see a couple of break of structures on the 4 hour, price has broken this. Give me a minute. Okay, so let me refresh on how to do something. Okay, so on the 4 hour, you could see that price is in a downtrend and it has broken this structure. It has this 4 hour support and this 4 hour support also. So since price has broken support going to the downside, we are just going to be looking for selling opportunity all the way down. So what we want to see is for price to do this a retest to the 4 hour breakout zone, then we with a candle confirmation before we sell on US oil all the way to the downside. So we just have to wait for price to come back into this zone, give us a candle confirmation, and then we sell on US oil all the way to the 4 hour lower zone, all the way to the 4 hour lower zone. So this will be the complete This will be the complete structure on US oil coming up next. So that's it. Let's move on to the next pair. The next pair on the list is GBPJPY. GBPJPY. So on GBPJPY, have my monthly upper zone here, monthly midway zone, and a monthly lower zone. A monthly upper zone, midway, and a monthly lower zone. So on the monthly time frame, we see that price is going to the upside. Price is going to the upside because anytime price taps into this monthly midway zone, price going below, you see buying pressure pushing price all the way to the upside again, all the way to the upside. And we've seen that coming up a couple of days ago. So we are just going to be looking for buying opportunity all the way to the upside. But the question is, are we going to buy all the way to the monthly upper zone again? Let's go through the lower time frames and find out. Okay, so here we are on the weekly, and I have my weekly upper zone here, my weekly lower zone here. So on the weekly time frame, you can see that price is in an uptrend. Price is pushing to the upside, which we saw on the monthly. So this was the rejections coming in, and if you watch here closely, you can see the rejection, another one, another one, and this one was the recent one. So anytime price taps into this monthly midway zone, price there is enough buying pressure which will push price all the way to the upside again, which will push price all the way to the upside. So here we are going to be looking for buying opportunity all the way tapping into the weekly upper zone, all the way to the weekly upper zone. So let's go to the daily. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here we are on the daily and have my daily upper zone right here. So on the daily, you can see that you can just see the same structure. Price is just moving to the upside. There's no much to it. So let's go to the 4 hour. Okay. So on the 4 hour, I have my 4 hour upper zone right here and my 4 hour midway zone. So if you watch the previous analysis, we did something on GBPJPY and we were waiting for price to come into the zone before we buy. But since price is failing to come, but that's not a problem. You can still get an entry on GBPJPY. So the first entry is going to come in if price is able to come down into this zone on GBPJPY, then we buy all the way to the upside. So this is how you are going to pick the first entry on GBPJPY. This is how you are going to pick the first entry on GBPJPY. Price manages to come back into the zone, then we buy on GBPJPY. But if not, then we are going to wait for price to break out to the 4-hour zone, comes back for a retest before we buy on GBPJPY. So the second entry is going to come in after the breakout. After the breakout. So if price is able to break out of the zone, we wait for a retest, then we buy on GBPJPY. Then we buy on GBP. So the first entry, our first target will be here, second target, and then our third target. But if we get to the second entry, our first target will be here, then our second target will be up here on GBPJPY. So whatever price does, you still get an entry. You just have to have enough patience to wait for the entry. Okay, so that's it on GBPJPY. So let's move on to the next pair. The next pair. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about NZDJPY. NZDJPY. So the next pair on the list is actually NZDJPY. So on NZDJPY, I have my monthly upper zone here, monthly midway zone, and my monthly lower zone. My monthly upper zone, monthly midway, and my monthly lower zone. So on NZDJPY, we see that price is in an uptrend. Yeah, price is in an uptrend. So since you are seeing an uptrend and this is the uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, new high, then price drop for an equal low, and we are seeing the buying pressure coming in. So we should be expecting price to go up. I see the buying pressure coming in over here, and last month kind of closed doji, so that's a bullish doji. So we expect to be getting buying pressure from here all the way to the upside on NZDJPY. So let's go to the weekly and then see what price is actually doing here. So here we are on the weekly, and I have my weekly upper zone here, my weekly midway zone here. So on the weekly time frame, you can see price is moving to the upside. Price is moving to the upside. So just like we said on the just like we said on the monthly, price is going to the upside. But if you watch the weekly time frame very well, price is in a downtrend on the weekly, but you know price is in an uptrend on the daily. So this is the downtrend, a lower low, lower high, equal low, equal high, an equal low again, then a lower high, then price drop for a lower low, lower high, lower low. So is this going to be a lower high, then a new lower low? You don't know yet. You don't know yet, but time will tell. So if we are price on the monthly is in an uptrend and we are seeing a downtrend on the weekly, we just have to wait for the weekly time frame to also change structure. You just have to wait for the weekly time frame to also change structure. If the weekly time frame is able to change structure to bullish, from bearish to bullish, then we take a buy on NZDJPY. So let's go through the other time frames and prepare for this setup. So let's go to the daily. Yeah. So if you watch the daily also, just like what I said on the weekly, it's the exact same structure you are seeing here on the daily. The daily also is now changing structure. So let's let's continue with the analysis. I have my daily upper zone here, my daily lower zone here. So on the daily time frame also, we see that price is in a downtrend but it's changing structure. So let's go to the 4-hour and wait for the setup. So here we are on the 4 hour. 4 hour has actually just changed structure, but we are still going to have to wait for the weekly structure to change. So on the 4 hour time frame, this is it. We have a lower low, lower high, a new low. Then we went for a lower high, but I couldn't create a lower high, but rather a higher high, then a higher low, a new high, a new low, then an equal high, equal low, a high, an equal low again. It went straight for a higher high, then for a higher low with a double bottom. And we could see the buy momentum coming in on NZDJPY. So what we are going to wait for is for price to break out of the weekly zone, comes back for a retest before we buy NZDJPY all the way to the upside. All the way to the upside. So entry on NZDJPY is gonna come in from this zone. It's gonna come in from this zone. So this is how you are going to pick the entry on NZDJPY. On NZDJPY. So this will be the complete entry on NZDJPY. On NZDJPY. So let's okay, so let's move on to the next pair. And the next pair on the list is NZDUSD. NZDUSD. So on NZDUSD, which is the next, we have a monthly upper zone here, monthly midway zone, and a monthly lower zone here. So on NZDUSD, we are kind of seeing a bullish market right now because after price tap into this monthly lower zone, you see the buying momentum coming in on NZDUSD. Buying momentum coming in over here. This is the buying momentum. Oh, shit. You see the buying momentum coming in on NZDUSD. You see the buying momentum coming in on NZDUSD. So since there's buying momentum on NZDUSD, let's go to the weekly time frame and see if the buy will continue. So here we are on the weekly time frame, and so on the weekly time frame, I have my weekly upper zone here, my weekly lower zone here. So on the weekly time frame, we are very certain that price is moving to the upside on NZDUSD. We are very certain that price is moving to the upside on NZDUSD. On NZDUSD. So yeah, you're going to be looking for buying opportunities from the weekly upper zone all the way to the upside. You are going to be looking for buying momentum on the weekly upper zone all the way to the upside. All the way to the upside. You are going to be looking for buying opportunity all the way to the upside on NZDUSD. Are going to be looking for buying momentum all the way to the upside on NZDUSD. So since price has broken out of the weekly upper zone here, we are going to wait for a retest, then we buy on NZDUSD. Okay, so this was actually the breakout on NZDUSD from this zone. So since price has broken out of this zone, we are just going to wait and have broken out of the monthly zone. We are very certain that price has broken out of this zone, so we have and broke out of the weekly zone, creating a high. We are just set, we wait for a higher low and be certain that price will go to the upside on NZD USD. So let's go to the daily and prepare for this market. So here we are on the daily, and we have a daily upper zone right here. So and if you watch, we have the daily upper zone here. So on the daily time frame, you could see that price managed to tap into the monthly upper zone and drop. And we are seeing a buying momentum coming in, but the drop was unable to tap into the zone. So would NZD USD be able to move to the upside from here, or price will drop to the zone before the buy will come in? Let's go to the 4 hour and find out, and also prepare for an entry from there. Okay, so here we are on NZD USD for the 4 hour, and you could be certain that price will drop all the way to the weekly zone for the retest before you wait for the candle confirmation and buy NZD all the way to the upside. So if you watch here, here is kind of zone, a retest zone. So after the 4 hour breakout, you are seeing a retest, then a continuous drop to our zone before the buy comes in. Before the buy comes in on NZD USD. So this is it on NZD USD, the complete structure. Yeah, so this is it on NZD USD. So yeah, the buy is going to come. We are just going to wait for buying opportunity from here all the way to the upside on NZD USD. I'm going to wait for the buy on NZD USD from here all the way to the upside. All the way to the upside. So that's it on NZD USD. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you can help this channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and also saying something nice. And you can, after watching this video, you can also share it with your family and friends so they can also get a quick update of what's going on over here. So let's do, yeah, okay, so that's it on NZDUSD, and this will be a complete video for the pre-market analysis part 1. So this will be the first part of the recording. If you want to also get access to the rest of the videos, just check out my channel, or you can click on the link which will be in the Telegram group. If you haven't joined my Telegram channel, you can also do so now. So whenever I drop a new video and any of this setup is ready, I'll drop it in the group for everyone to take. So if you haven't joined the Telegram community, you can do so now. Okay, so that will be it on today's pre-market analysis, and see you on the next video.